What's up, nerds and geeks? Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. We're to our 1 hour show, you guys.
Okay.
Started at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go one whole entire hour today.
All
Oh,
right.
and every day from now on, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that is. Let
Okay.
me be specific right now. I'm your host, Chuck, and when we got Randy, say what's up, people, Randy.
Yo, what's going on, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about
Well,
tonight?
for those that are new, they don't understand the show. We talk about the news and we put our opinions in between the news. Today we're gonna start off. HBO's Harry Potter TV series has cast its regulars, not those ones, but they've cast some regulars. The casting confirmations focus around some most notable adult characters from Harry Potter novels.
Hmm.
For example, Albus Dumbledore, winner John Lithgow from The Crown and Conclave, joined by Papa Sudu, Black Mirror as Servius Snapes. That's a hot one right there, right
Mm-hmm.
now. And Janet McTeer from The Menu and Chaos as Minerva McGonagall, and Nick Frost from Hot
Minerva.
Fuzz as Rebus Hagrid.
Minerva.
Boy,
Yeah.
boy, boy! They gave us the adult characters. They're not listing those kids yet. Them kids are gonna be some hot takes, I bet.
Oh
Them
yeah.
kids.
The
What
thing
happens if
about
they
it
make
too
Harry
is
black?
there's nobody that's going to be good enough for the kids.
Yeah, they're all gonna be new. I think all
It
the
doesn't
kids they
right,
cast gonna be new
but it's
kids.
going to create controversy no matter. I won't say controversy.
Yeah,
Maybe controversy is not the right word.
or it is
Nobody's
the
going to
exact word,
like, huh?
or it is the exact right
Maybe it is,
word.
but what I'm saying is nobody is going to like the kids.
Nobody is. Nobody is.
It
Nobody
doesn't
is.
matter, right? Until the show airs, then I believe they may get a fair shake, but like nobody is going to like them.
You know who's gonna like the kids?
Who was that?
Kids.
Maybe young kids, yeah, yeah,
Young
young
kids are
kids,
gonna like it. They don't
yeah.
care.
But I don't
They
know. A lot
they
of
didn't
kids,
see they daddy and mama's movies. They think that shit's trash. They're like, that's
yeah.
trash.
Well, that could be true too, but like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot to handle. Because I mean, we're kind of seeing it with like Superman right now. Like all the Zack Snyder people are like trash, trash, trash. It's not my Superman. It's not my Superman. Uh,
Except you.
well,
Because you're a super stan. You're a super stan. Say it. I want to hear you say
yeah,
it.
because
Say it.
Superman's
I'm
my
a
guy.
stan.
I'm super excited about this movie, but I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off the subject.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about Harry Potter. So the rollout, they probably have casting. The rollout though, like it's got to be handled with care
Yeah. Yeah.
because yeah, people are gonna. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Such an iconic brand. It's really not that. Although I guess the last Harry Potter movie come out? Maybe what 2015.
Maybe earlier than that. When the
Yeah.
Harry Potter movies?
Yeah. So like it's not 20 years yet. It's relatively new. And to reinvent such an iconic
2011.
2011. Okay. So
Man,
so
that
we're
was over a decade ago.
yeah, but like to reinvent such an iconic character in less than a decade, it's gonna be interesting.
It is gonna be interesting.
It's
But
gonna be
I know a lot of diehard Harry Potter stands. They're so amped about this because they thought
really
the movies did it injustice. Yeah. Yeah.
what
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. My
okay.
doorbell just
I'm
rang.
gonna
Hold
say
on.
good, good. I'll talk. I'll talk through it a little bit. The movies were interesting. I watched the first movie prior to reading the book. And the first movie was not one that I was in love with. And when I read the book, it made a vast difference in my perspective of the whole franchise. So, I could see how maybe some book fans could think, the movies just weren't enough time to capture all the greatness that was in the books because the books are phenomenal. They are absolutely phenomenal. So I could see some people feeling that way. But we're gonna see. I don't know how much I don't know how I really feel about it. I don't know. I feel like the movies ended on a very strong note. And just revisiting that world, it's like y'all better do just as good or better.
Yeah.
You
The
got to be
movies ended
better,
really strong.
you know. And it's HBO, so HBO makes great projects, but it better be every bit.
Mm.
And if it's not, and if it's not every bit as good, there will be a problem.
Does HBO make great
Oh
projects?
yeah,
I
absolutely,
think I a recent HBO.
absolutely. The
Okay.
Penguin,
Okay, the Penguin. Yes,
phenomenal,
Penguin.
phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenal. Yes,
What you
yes.
call it? White Lotus, phenomenal.
I have not watched like White Lotus. I don't know anything about it.
What you call it? Rodney? What's the show we was watching? God damn it, what's the name of his top? It was
Righteous
good.
Gemstones.
I haven't seen Watch Your Gems though.
I want to
I
see
mean,
it.
Last of Us.
Last of
Last of
Us,
Us. Yeah.
phenomenal,
Yep.
phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Season 2 just came
House of
out.
Dragons, though.
well,
Yeah.
everything can't be a hit. Everything can't be a hit. Everything can't be a hit.
Why
But Rodney,
can't
what was the show?
everything be? That's
Industry.
true.
Industry, yeah,
Industry.
industry,
Yeah, industry.
phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones about
Succession.
Succession, phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, okay. You're
yeah,
right. Y'all right. Y'all right. Both of
yeah,
y'all right. Both of
yeah.
y'all right.
Now
Yeah.
they made the mistake of calling it Max. That was just a marketing blunder. I don't know how you got rid of 30 years of brand of making go home box office, but yeah, HBO does phenomenal work.
Yeah. Home box office. You keep calling HBO and it's Max. That's how bad their branding is. They
But to
had the
me,
perfect
yeah,
name.
absolutely. But that's like calling Twitter X. I'm like, I just can't do
Yeah,
it.
it is like calling Twitter X. It is like I still call it Twitter. If
Yeah,
mama named it Twitter, I'm gonna call it
we'll
Twitter.
call it Twitter, right?
It was HBO. It was like, oh, on HBO.
Yeah,
Oh, the streaming app. It's HBO. Home
yeah, right.
box office.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, HBO does phenomenal work. So I'm trusting in that, but it better be every bit as good.
Yeah, yeah. It
Because
should be.
we're gonna have
It should
smoke if
be.
it's not.
The Funk said if you're in our chat, you can chat with us. The Funk says, I don't really have opinions about him. He really doesn't have any opinions about it at all.
I mean, hey, he's entitled to that.
Yeah, yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
I'm curious though. But I have coworkers, I have friends that are quite excited about the Harry Potter. So they think
I,
the movies didn't delve into
yeah.
all the
Well,
nooks and
it didn't.
crannies of
It
the
could,
Harry
I
but
Potter
was
it
literally
could.
just
universe.
gonna say that, Chuck. I think
Yeah.
the
There's
cool
so
the
much.
cool thing about this is it's expanding, right? So you always like,
Hmm.
it definitely 10 episodes or how many ever episodes per season per book. You just have so much more time to like expand on everything, to cover everything that was in the books that were like dropped for
Hmm.
whatever reason,
Hmm.
So in that case, it's like that's a good thing. But I
Yeah.
do think that if they don't nail the casting of the kids, like these adults is
Boy.
fine. If they don't nail the casting of the kids, that's going to be a problem. And if it's not good, it's going to screw up the kid's life,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Look at like Anakin from
yeah,
the prequels,
Yeah.
right? What's his
yeah,
name? It's
yeah.
like young Annie, right? Like
Yep.
Right,
he dealt with all kinds of shit,
right. Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
we'll
I
see,
think
man.
I think the casting doesn't matter. We're not in matter to I think people are going to hate the casting, no matter who it is.
Do you think so?
I think off the back, people are going to hate the casting, whoever it is. And the internet's
Maybe they shouldn't announce the casting of the kids.
yeah,
Let people experience it.
yeah, and maybe so. But then I think if it's good, I think all of that's thrown out. But
Yep.
if it's not every bit as good,
Because if they I think maybe they shouldn't announce the casting of the
yeah, the
kids.
casting
I think they're
it's
probably
gonna
gonna grab
fail. I
unknown
mean,
kids. Don't
nobody's
announce
going
it.
to ever, because especially if they do anything of color, different. Like Hermione got when it was on Broadway, they made Hermione black, and you know the racists lost their damn mind.
They did. Like cause for example, if they announce Bella Ramsey in Harry Potter as like Hermione, people go crazy. People
Yeah,
would hate it. Hate
yeah.
it. Because
So
Bella's Ellie, or if they even announce Millie Bobby Brown, they would go crazy.
yeah, I mean, I just think the casting, and to Rodney's point, if it's not every bit as good,
Hmm.
every bit as good, these kids' lives are gonna be over with. They're gonna be known as the kids I won't say over with, but they're going
Cry
to
Me
get
a River. They're making millions of dollars. Cry Me a
they're
River.
going to get a lot of, but man, they still
Cry Me a
kids.
River.
They still
Cry Me a
kids.
River. Cry
Kids
Me a
don't
River.
kids
You
don't
get
care about the
you're,
money.
you're 13 years old and you get paid a couple $1 million and
No,
you were
your
Harry
parents
Potter.
get paid $13 million,
You're Harry Potter. You're
and
gonna
it's
be
like,
all right.
no, you're not. We know that's not true for
You're
kid
gonna
actors. We know
you're
that's
gonna
not
be
true
all
for
right.
kid actors.
No, those kid actors had other things going on with them,
You
like producers
know,
playing with them and stuff.
you
When
know,
if you're
but it's not.
protected and
This
safe,
this movie sucks. They're always going to be the people that ruined Harry Potter.
man, man, that I think them making this is gonna be hard for them.
I agree. That's why I said it has to be every bit as good.
But I think it's gonna be on her. It's gonna be on a J.K. Rowling.
I don't think nobody cares about that.
You know, she's gonna have a lot of say in this
Yeah, I hear that.
because everything's gonna be dependent on
Yeah, right. The
everything's gonna
parents
be
are getting
dependent
paid.
on her.
The kids are just hoping that the parents
Yeah, the parents are getting
don't
paid.
squander
Yes,
all the
yes,
money.
yes. The parents can mess up the money. The
Yeah.
parents can mess up their money.
So
Yes,
then you're the people
the
who
parents
ruined
can mess
Harry
up all their
Potter
money.
with no money.
But man, I'm just saying. Maybe they don't announce the children because children are going to be unknown no matter what. Nobody's going to know these children. These children are so young. You got
Agreed.
to
And
think
I
Harry's
agree.
but
I agree with
what
you. And that's why I'm
12,
saying, like,
13.
I don't, yeah, that's why I'm saying the internet is going to hate the kids. They're going to hate them.
Yeah, yeah,
Or let me put it like this. You might be right. Adults are going to hate the kids, and they're going to
yes,
drive a lot of the traction.
yeah, yeah. So just don't announce the kids. Don't
I say
announce it.
I agree with you.
Don't announce the kids.
Yep, I agree
Just
with you.
let it be
Yep,
because the kids are unknown.
yep.
We're gonna say the kid acted in this thing when he was 6 years old.
Oh yeah,
Nobody cares.
absolutely. No, they will. Yes, they will. They'll be bringing up the goddamn commercial that they was in, the local TV commercial. Like, this
I
is gonna
said
be
that's why
the
you
next
don't
Harry
bring it up.
Potter. Huh?
As a producer, that gives you no cachet.
Yeah, yeah. That's
If
why.
you're a 7-year-old kid, it brings you no cachet if that kid was on a BBC show.
Right. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Don't even announce it like that.
Don't even announce it.
Yeah.
And Lord forbid they cast an American kid.
Yeah. Right. I think it's going to be everything. So I say don't even
Don't
announce it.
even announce it.
Nope.
Don't even announce it.
Yep. Like we
You
got
know?
our Ron Hermione, and Harry. And let's go
Yep.
on.
They have way more kids than that though.
Those are the ones that matter though. Those are the ones. The Ron, Hermione, and Harry are the ones that matter.
Yeah, they'll get.
big three.
I think they'll get them right. I think they'll get those kids.
I'm not necessarily saying they don't. I'm just saying the internet's going to hate it at first, and then the series has to be every bit as good.
Internet, American internet doesn't hate British actors for some
Uh,
reason. American internet doesn't hate British actors.
Oh, well, okay.
It doesn't hate British actors. It's just
Okay.
a fact. When you look at the American internet, Black Twitter and whatnot, they don't say anything about British actors or actresses
Okay.
until they're known.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
You know, all the unknown ones they don't pay attention to that stuff.
But this is Harry Potter.
It is, and I just don't think, the kids as long as they look like Harry and look like Hermione and look like Ron,
Don't matter.
they look British. I think they'll be okay with it.
Shit, I don't. Not at first.
I think so. I think it will be. I think teenagers and kids don't care.
I think teenagers and kids won't care. I didn't say that. I said adults.
I think adults that really love this series, they're so amped about it. Like you go to Pottermore, they're amped. They're like, we can't wait. About time they did it wrong. Everybody hates the movies because the movies are so short.
I don't know anybody who hates the movies.
I know people that hate them. I know.
Yeah.
Most
Most
you
people
been
don't
around no
hate the movies.
You haven't been around no die-hard fan.
Yeah, but like the movies are widely successful and praised. Like,
Yes.
and lauded.
Yes.
So to
Yes.
say that
But
most
you-
people hate the movies, I agree that the movies weren't long enough to capture a lot of pivotal
Yes.
in
And-
the books. I agree with that. And so if it's a series that's anywhere from what, let's say, I'm assuming 8 episodes is what they'll have because that's standard HBO. But if they go from 8 to 10 episodes, I believe they'll be able to capture a lot more that's in the movie. So I mean the book, absolutely. But again, because I still don't know how I feel. I really don't.
I think
I actually feel
most super
actually-
fans I know, like in Pottermore and stuff, they're excited. They're like,
I
oh yeah,
I actually don't understand why we're doing it.
Money,
money, money, Randy. Thank you,
money.
Rodney. Say it again. Say it again to him again, because he doesn't understand. Like I don't understand why they're making a Superman movie. And I know it's for money.
I think also too. Speaking of money, that was another thing I was going to bring
Randy
up
thinks people
was
act like him. He thinks people act like him. They don't
the
think like you or act like you, Randy.
the other concern I have is because it is TV. What's their budget going to be
Budget.
like?
Yep.
Yeah, that's important. I
Right?
Yeah.
think
These
I think fans
it's
that
good.
hate
It's good that they expand it, but like if they expand it and they skimp
put
on
the
like
budget behind
they
it.
skimp on the VFX or whatever,
Yes.
like
It's
this,
all
like
those
I'm
things.
just like remembering, like you know, in the later books, there's all those centaurs. Like there's like an army of centaurs, you know. And I think in the movie, if I remember correctly, in the movie they kind of didn't really bring up this. They did bring up the centaurs, but it wasn't like an army like in the books.
Right.
It's 200 million
So-
per season.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully
That ain't enough.
hopefully it gets on the screen,
Oh.
but we'll see. But yeah, that's
Shit,
my only
Arcane
other
spent
concern.
that well, but that was only 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and that was
200 million.
animation.
And supposedly
Yeah.
Andor had a huge budget like that too.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it like actually it
And-
ends up on the screen. And of
And is
course,
Zavlov gonna approve a 200+ million budget every season for 14
Every season.
years for 10 years for 10 years?
well, I
You
will
know,
say
It says HBO Harry Potter series is expected to have a budget over 200 million per
Yeah.
season, potentially exceeding that of the previous HBO productions like House of Dragons.
Yeah,
This high budget is intended to maintain the cinematic quality seen
It
in the
has to.
films, with the show starting filming in summer of 2025.
can you imagine if, to Rodney's point, if they skip on the budget and it starts to look generic
Oh man, they'll go crazy.
again? That's just what I'm
That's
saying.
that's where the fans will go crazy.
Again, that's what I'm saying. The risk, it has to be every bit as good in narrative and looks and cat and everything.
As the
You know?
movies did. They did.
Yeah, absolutely.
The movies were made though 15 years ago, 10 years ago. That's not hard to do. Cameras alone make it look cinematic. Your iPhone looks better than the cameras they
Hey,
had to shoot that movie.
Again, they better bring it. They better
bring it. They better bring it. They better bring it. Well, the first books, there's magic in the very beginning, but there's not a lot of magic in the books. It's like
The first books are amazing though. Like,
yeah, they are.
because
The
we're
story's
introduced in-
amazing.
huh?
The story's amazing.
Well, we're introduced into that world. And granted, again,
Yeah.
FX budgets are a lot different now on what we can do. Like the moving staircases. Like it was just so like coming into that world for the first time visually. You was like, oh,
Yeah, but but we'll have that though.
yeah, we'll have it. We'll definitely have
We'll
it.
have that. They put it in. We saw it in Hogwarts Legacy, the video game. The video game shows the best development of that world. The best that world has ever looked has been in this video game that came out.
So
And so then they have a point of reference.
yeah,
The whole point is getting it past the creator of this property because she has the last say on everything.
yeah. So I'm just saying they better bring it with everything. Because this is going to
Yeah.
be a highly scrutinized project.
Now J.K. Rowling, and then that's going to be the hard part. Are
Yeah.
people going to? Well, we live in the new America now. They're going to accept what she says. Matter of fact, we may
They
have,
just don't-
We may have Trump as a character. He may come up in there.
They just don't
and-
include her in a lot of things about Harry Potter. Like the reunion, they didn't even have her on the reunion.
No, because that was not part of the her deal. But anything with the books, anything with those properties,
Well, she
yeah,
still has final say so over everything. She still does.
everything but that reunion.
Yeah. They didn't include her on like the TV show, the game show that they had. They didn't include her on anything.
She was on the game show.
No, she wasn't.
Okay,
She wasn't.
Yeah.
She's not been included in anything. They
yeah.
barely put her name on it. Even in the spinoff that they had, she wrote the
Fantastic
screenplay for one,
Beasts.
which she shouldn't have wrote the screenplay because she's a great author of books. She's not a good screenplay writer.
Mm-hmm.
And things got better when she stopped being involved with the actual screenplay, when she was just overseeing.
Yes.
They actually got better.
The movies got better when she got uninvolved too.
Yeah, when she got uninvolved as the screenplay, they got better. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's not a good
No,
screenplay.
she going because she wants to put every point of every major point in the books into
Yeah, there was a
the.
TV game show that came on. It was either TBS or TNT. It didn't last very long, but yeah, it was out there. I was just referring to Mark in the chat. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not going to say anything about it because I do want it to be successful. I
Yeah.
do. I just recognize the great risk that's out there for something that meant so much to so many people for
Mm-hmm.
a long time.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more risk on how they retell the story,
Mhm.
which is I think is totally foolish. They shouldn't even touch this story. I think they should leave those books alone and gone back to telling James Potter's story.
I would love to
Just
see a prequel of Harry Potter.
yeah, they tell the story of his mother and his
Yeah.
father going through
Yeah.
Hogwarts.
There was actually a great fan fiction YouTube short out there that was great for it. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, again, because I love this story so much, it's just such a big risk, and I feel like you just gotta nail it. That's it. Since you've made the decision, you just gotta nail it.
I swear you trip me out sometimes.
I don't want
What?
to trip.
Because sometimes you're like, yes, I want them to remake that because of nostalgia purposes. I want that again. I want
No,
it again. Then you're
I
like,
don't.
I love this so much. I don't want them touching it
There's
unless they
plenty of
do
things
it
that,
perfectly.
there's plenty of things that I'm like, nah, like the Goonies. I never want them to make a Goonies movie ever,
Yes. No, they
ever,
should make a Goonies movie.
never.
They
I don't
should.
want a
But they should make
sequel.
a Flash Gordon movie. And that's the only one I'm stuck in my hands on. Because I'm,
I,
I'm against the remakes. I'm like, just keep moving. Just keep moving. There's a million
I
other
just
stories you can tell out there.
I recognize with Flash
Mhm.
Gordon that
That needs to be remade. That needs to be
yeah,
remade.
that's what I'm saying. I love Flash Gordon. We talked about it
That
Friday.
needs to be
I
remade.
love Flash Gordon,
Uh-huh.
but
You can't
I do
remake it like that. No,
recognize,
you can't remake it like that.
yeah, I do recognize there's some opportunities out there to enhance like some of the storytelling with
And
Flash.
Flash Gordon.
That is all
Yes,
I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
But I
Like
love it
Buckaroo
still.
Banzai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
That's it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter was just so I don't know. I just thought Harry Potter ended
Hmm.
on such a good note to remake it.
Yeah. I don't think they should touch it. I think they should let it be. But
And I like being in the
they're
world,
gonna
but
remake Lord of the Rings into a TV show. Rumor is.
which I probably see them doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings isn't necessarily my wheelhouse.
That's Rodney's wheelhouse. Rodney, will you want to see that in the TV show?
Yeah, I'll defer to Rodney on that. Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse per se.
No, I like what they're doing now with Rings of Power. It's like
Yeah.
they're touching on stuff that's like, you know, way before, the first and second age. That stuff is cool to me. I'm fascinated by that. I think I'm the only one on the network that actually likes Rings of Power. But like, yeah, if they were, yeah, I think those movies are just like classics. Those should not be touched. But obviously they're doing the Hunt for Gollum movie, and again, that's just another money grab and
Money grab.
but also IP grab. I think we've talked about this a lot of times where, especially the Sony stuff, like there was contract, obligations that they had to make movies or they lose the IP, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they lose the rights. So I think that's another thing with WB, like, the new animated one that they just put out that I still haven't even seen either, Helm's Deep or whatever it was called, or,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know their name, but it's like, yeah, that was just to retain the rights.
And that's my
Money
biggest
grabbing.
problem. That's my biggest problem. It's not that I don't want remakes. I just recognize a lot of those remakes are money grabs.
Yes.
And that bothers me more than anything.
Yes. 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 So you didn't let Madam Web?
I think to be fair, it's like this thing's gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna make them so much money.
So much money. It's gonna print money.
It's gonna make them so much money. Then you hear about all the stories about how in debt they are, and Zaslav. It's like, all that stuff. It's like it's gonna make them so much money, and then
Yeah.
there's gonna be more merch, and then they're gonna sell more books again, and they're gonna. And then when you think about it, it's like all the
You're right.
kids that
Yep.
read it when they were kids, they're all adults now. They probably have kids of their
Yep.
own. And
Yep.
so it's like it's just like that. Same thing with like, Star Wars. And this is why a lot of the Star Wars shows
You're
are
right.
geared towards kids. Like they're trying to get that extra next generation.
The outlaw
Yeah.
stuff. That
They're
So
going to be
Star Wars
reselling
outlaws.
wands
yeah, they're gonna be selling wands. They're
and
gonna
the
yeah.
hats
The more people
and
want to
yeah.
go to the parks, it's just like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
People are going to want to be it for Halloween.
and then it's like
Yeah.
yeah,
You're right.
but it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, it's like they definitely have to do it right. And it's like
Or go
it's
ahead.
like the cynical part of us is like, yes, they're doing it for money, but it's like, okay, that's fine, but just make sure you do it right, and
Agreed.
then it's okay. Because if it's horrible, then of course, then the cynical part of us is just like, yeah, they shouldn't have done this. Yeah, yeah.
We
Shouldn't have
we
done
have
it.
to take into account though, this generation is not us. And because we love something doesn't mean they will. Because younger generations don't mess with Star Wars like that.
They don't.
In Japan, they don't mess with Star Wars like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, anywhere
So,
they don't mess with Star Wars, really.
huh?
Not anywhere messes with Star Wars like that.
No,
But
the way Star Wars is my favorite franchise of all time, but young people don't feel that way about it.
mm-hmm.
It's still a money cow. It's still a cash cow. I'm not saying it's not, but
Because we're
take
live.
that. You still got to take that into consideration. And like Harry Potter, when it came out, it was revolutionary. These kids now have grown up on anime, arcane, advanced graphics, and computer games. So the same sense of wonder that attracted us, they like, we got Jujutsu
Whatever.
Kaisen. We got Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. 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 It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
interesting. It's
interesting.
gonna
It's
be
gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's
interesting.
gonna be interesting. Well, let's go to the next story because we can't get stuck on this
Yeah,
story. We just spent like 30 minutes on
we
that
did.
one
But
story.
it's Harry Potter. We have
It's
to.
Harry. Yeah,
It's
but
Harry
we need to
Potter.
move on from Harry Potter. Potter Schmotter.
On
The
the
next
Geekish
big
Network, you're saying Potter Smarter?
Potter Schmotter. Uh, it's not my movies. I was gonna have not my movies
Oh, we're
as
gonna
the
see that
T-shirt.
campaign. That
We are
campaign
gonna
is
see it. We are
coming.
gonna see it. Apple's Mythic Quest is ending with an updated season 4 finale. So, a new version of the show's fourth season finale first aired on March 26th.
Okay.
Now, the de facto series finale will premiere on Apple TV next week with a new ending.
So are they gonna get rid of the last episode?
I
Or
wonder, maybe so.
like it just doesn't exist, or they're gonna put in an alternate one, or is it an additional episode?
Let me read up on it. Just sure. Longtime TV fans are used to the disappointment of a prematurely canceled show. So it's a new episode. So I wonder if this with the new ending getting edited into the episode that already aired. So they're putting this into it. So they're actually adding this ending into the episode.
Okay, okay. And that's how I originally interpreted, but when you first read it, I
Hmm.
wasn't sure
I
how.
wonder if we should cover this next week. This will
I
be
watched
interesting.
it, so I'm not gonna divulge it because I don't want to give any spoilers away. But I literally hated the last episode, and
Did you?
it's just one scene that makes me hate it.
Oh wow, wow. 'Cause we didn't cover it on the show.
You
That
did
show
not?
got canceled. Yep,
Yeah,
that show got canceled.
yeah,
Um, because I haven't finished it yet.
yeah.
I
I
gotta do
finished
it.
it, and
Okay.
it's not necessarily bad. It's just one scene that was like,
Mm.
what? And
It
I'll
may
tell you,
still be in there. Is that scene at the end of the episode?
it's the very last scene of the episode.
Okay, okay, okay. In a statement provided to Variety, executive producers Megan Gans, David Hornsby, and Rob McElhenney said that the Apple's blessing we made one final update to our last episode so we could say goodbye instead of just game over.
Which okay. All right. And it's Mythic Quest. I mean, it is Mythic Quest, and I love Mythic Quest. I do. And Mythic Quest was the right show at the right time. I feel like when we needed it. Because I think I first saw it, and it was a season behind. I saw it during the pandemic. And I just remember watching it like season two, and then they had the special episode, the pandemic episode, like between Poppy and Ian. And it was just like, oh my God, this is everything. This is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way it ended, it was interesting to me. So I'm interested to see what this alternate ending is. What's
What's
up,
up, Mark?
Mark?
Mark, if you didn't know, we started 30 minutes earlier. So now we're showing it now.
Yeah, we're going.
So Mark,
Yeah, we're going an hour long.
hour
Monday, Wednesday,
long.
and Fridays.
Yeah. Um, that's interesting because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, got to the ending. I hope they didn't change it because I want to know the original ending. But they said they tagged another
If
ending
it's if it's
onto it, is
different,
what
I'll
they
let you know.
said.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Mark's asking Mark's asking the Funk about Kylie. Kylie's one of the Funk's favorite artists, Mark. I don't think you want to get in that bag. I don't think you want to mess with him. Don't poke that bear. Don't poke that bear. That's his girl. That's his jam.
I don't
Kylie
know.
Minogue? Oh man, you didn't watch The Residence, have you?
No, I haven't watched the Resident.
Oh, you have to watch The Residence. Mark, did you see The Residence with Kylie in it? Defunct, have you seen The Residence on Netflix? That's right. Defunct doesn't have streaming. I keep forgetting that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't do streaming. He doesn't do streaming.
Okay.
That's not his jam. He's
Okay.
like, if I can't buy it on Criterion, then
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
need
ever get
it.
into content argument discussion with the funk. I'm just not prepared for those kind of problems in my life. No. I told you,
Yeah.
I imagine his house being like Scrooge McDuck's vent,
Vault.
vault, you know,
It's
with
kind of is like
content,
Screaming Duck
you know what I'm
Vault.
saying? So
It's
yeah,
kind of like that. It's kind of like
yeah.
that.
If he says he doesn't
It's the
watch
most
stream,
impressive place I've ever been.
exactly.
I'm like, oh my god,
So if he says he doesn't do streaming, I'm like, all right, okay, bro.
oh my god. He'll be like, yeah, those are all Spider Verse DVDs. I got like five different
Yeah, like I
versions of
said,
it.
no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not getting into a content debate with the fuck. It's not
Um,
happening.
um speaking of content, speaking
All
of
right,
content,
what
have
we
you
got?
went to go see Minecraft yet?
I have not, and I'm not
I
going.
am going. I am going to my theater tomorrow to watch
I hear little
Minecraft.
kids are going crazy about it in
Because
there.
the kids are lighting fireworks in the theater now. They are violent. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Wait,
Minecraft movie now shows warning following disruptive chicken jockey trend.
yeah, I think
Cinemas have been playing a short video ahead of Minecraft screenings, asking viewers to refrain from hurling their popcorn everywhere and to be kind and respectful to others. It is because of viral trend that has seen some younger viewers of Minecraft going feral, screaming out loud mid film while launching their popcorn into the air when Jack Black's character Steve shouts, "Chicken jockey!" As soon as Jason Momoa Garrett, the garbage man Garrison, gets ready to fight a baby zombie right in the back of a chicken.
so. Like, did somebody just start doing it and they started posting it to TikTok and it became?
Man, man, this is the Rocky Horror Picture Show version for kids. So they just cut up in the theater. If you haven't seen the Rocky Horror Picture in the theaters, you haven't really watched that movie. You don't understand what it's about.
Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. I've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
You never? You should go to the theater and see it. You should
I've
so
heard.
go
I
to
know
the
it's cult classic, but I'm just like, do I really want to see this?
Yes, you want to go see it in the theater. You want to be there. You want to be there, and you got to rush this. You got to rush the theater stage during the certain scenes. They rush the theater stage. It is wild. It is the greatest. It was the greatest show in LA. It was great. They had a
So
full-on drag parade in the front of the show. It was amazing.
yeah, I can imagine that.
It was amazing.
And that's what I hear. So just kids are out here wilding at
They
Minecraft.
wilding, wilding. They just they're like fireworks now.
I don't- Jesus Christ. I don't know why.
Oh, they're bringing sparklers and Roman candles and firing them off in the
Oh my
theater.
God.
Oh, it's crazy.
Lord
I was like,
God.
who are these
This is
kids?
why we can't have nice stuff. This is why
It
we can't
is.
have
It
nice
is.
stuff.
This is what happens when you don't go to the park no more. This is what happens when kids don't go to the park.
This is why we can't have nice things. I
Oh,
can't imagine being in a movie theater, some kids like sparkles and throwing M80s and popping firecrackers. And, oh God. I just
I'm
oh,
going. I'm so going. Cause Centel was like, yo, the movie was okay, but the kids are wilding because they went opening weekend. He took
uh,
his son opening weekend.
Chuck, you better not be in there like no sparklers at
I'm not going to do that. I'm going
better
to the
not.
dining theater, and I got this seat. Like I saw there's two seats. They're paired together, right? They're in pairs. So
Mm-hmm.
there's people in one row of seats, and everybody's in the back row. The back row is filled. I got the roll in front of the back row because that's where I normally sit. And I'm thinking I should move up probably one more row just in case the kids start fighting in the back. So apparently they had wrestling matches and stuff in the theater too, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm thinking I should move up one seat. I'm not sure.
Oh God. You bet hey, I better not see you on the news being caught for
But
lighting sparklers.
I'm so excited about chicken jockeying though. I'm so about
What is
seeing
chicken
that
jockey?
scene. Is Jason Momoa's character jumping on the back of a chicken, chasing down a baby zombie.
I got you.
That's all I'm going to tell you. And,
I
and,
got you.
and, and, and Steve, Jack Black's character goes, chicken jockey. And that's what they do. It's a thing. It's legit.
I got you. I ain't mad at you, son. I'm good though. I'm good. I'll wait till it hits streaming service.
You don't want to go to the
I
theater to get that experience.
I don't because I don't know much about Minecraft. I'm not a
You
Minecraft,
don't have to know anything. Just
but
go there. You
but
don't know much about any movie you go see.
you know,
You
I'm
didn't
just
read John Wick. You went to go see it.
yeah, but like John Wick didn't have like a pre-established like narrative
Yeah, it
before.
does. It's a comic book.
It's like oh
It's a
does it?
comic book.
Okay.
It's an IP.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's a comic book.
I just don't have any desire to see Minecraft. I just don't. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for it to hit.
Also, also, Nike came out with the Donkey Kong Glow Poly. Man, let me tell you something. I hate the Nike app. I hate it with all splendor. So they had a Nike Air Max.
Mm-hmm.
Maxes are some of my favorite shoes now.
Mine too.
I wear a pair.
I've been an Air
They
Max
feel
fan
so
since
good
I was
on
in
my
like the
feet.
seventh grade.
I love man, they feel so good on my feet these days as an old man. And so they came out one that was in a Donkey Kong colorway, Donkey Kong Country colorway,
Mm-hmm.
and they were nice. They call it low poly, so the check looks like a polygram, not
Mm-hmm.
smooth. It's like, man, those things are gone in like you get into the lottery, you sit there and wait 5 minutes, then it says, nah, you didn't get them. It is the most upsetting feeling to ever have. That's why Nike has limited edition shoes. I don't care to get win the shoe on most shoes. I just like the fact of winning. It's like
Mm-hmm.
slot machines.
I got you.
And so the low poly sneaker came out. Nike submerged itself with the world of low poly gaming graphics of the Air Force One on Air Max Day, with the pre-order window for the window closed in October and shipments due for the Air Max Day 2025. You'll get it probably like in 6 months because it takes a while to do the low poly shoes. And Donkey Kong Country ones look great. They look amazing. Kai Sinat has a pair, and it
You look
anchors me.
dope.
They look dope, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, man. I went on to go check them out via a resale. No way. No way I'm paying for those.
5,000.
No way. They're like $300, $400. I'm not
300.
paying for that.
Oh, for the resale? I thought they gave
Yeah.
you that for real.
I'm not paying for that. That's crazy.
Like 300? Really? You?
I don't buy resale shoes. I buy retail only, not resale.
Okay.
So I'm angry about it. I didn't get them, but I like that colorway
I
though.
am
I do like the
surprised by that.
colorway.
That actually shocks me.
Nah, I've never buy resale. I don't buy
Okay.
resale. I say the universe doesn't want me to have if I don't get it. Like 90% of the shoes I go for, I never get.
That's very mature of you.
And all it says is let me know that it just lets me know. Now if I see it on resale and it's the same price or less than the retail price, I'll buy them. But I go and check up on shoes on that. Like, are these sitting? Because it's like sit or sale is what is the terminology we use. Is it going to sit or is it going to sell? And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some shoes they think is going to be high value, they sit
Right
too
now.
long,
Right.
and
Yeah.
nobody
I
buys
want
them,
some. Yeah.
so they have to get rid of them.
Yeah, because they think nobody wants them, so they.
Nobody wants them.
It's almost like real estate. If a
Yeah,
property sits too long, it's like that means it's not any heat for it. Yep.
yeah. There's no heat for them, but I
Yep.
think there's going to be heat for these shoes.
I think so. They look dope.
They look dope.
And if Casanaz out there doing it, then yeah, that's gonna drive
I
some traffic.
got the red
too.
ones Casanat did. I got the red ones. And I'll trade the red ones for these. And red is my
Mhm.
favorite color. And I'm like, man, yeah. Mark came in and said the universe wants you to get more Legos. I had this conversation with Rodney earlier today. I told my mom, I said, I'll buy you a plane ticket because all I'm going to do is spend the money on Legos.
And she was like, Legos.
Like, wasted on something I don't need. Speaking
I-
of that, but those are some really nice shoes.
yeah, they are. They clean.
Um,
Look at them. They clean.
yeah, we're about to get kind of economically political right now, you guys. So tune in for this.
Oh.
Nintendo delayed Switch 2 pre-orders over tariff concerns. I think they straight now. I
Yeah, I
think they
thought they got
straight
rid of the tariffs on electronic.
electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, those went
Yeah.
away real quick, boy. Those went away quick. It's all outdoors.
I think they all gonna go away. He pushed them all back 90 days.
Oh, mm-hmm.
These CEOs like, well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna originally say, but he's like, no, you're gonna play ball. So yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You wasn't gonna have out here people gotta pay an extra $100 to $200, for electronic devices and a Nintendo Switch. Oh yeah, it'd be riots in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna happen. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I saw that coming.
Yeah,
I
we
saw
saw
that
it
coming.
coming. We saw it
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, that was yes. That was on some other stuff. This isn't a political show, so I'm not gonna divulge my political ideologies, but yeah, we knew that was
Yeah,
going
we
on.
saw we saw it. We saw it happening. We saw it
Absolutely.
happening.
Absolutely. Because I'm
We
like,
saw we
because
saw
we
this
did it
going
on
down.
GeekBeast, right? When they announced the
Mm-hmm.
price, and then like they started talking about it would go up like almost $200 with the tariffs. We was like, that ain't gonna last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nintendo's like, we're not having that.
Uh-uh. Not at all.
What you're going to do is be like okay with what we have for you.
Absolutely. You tell people they got to pay almost up to $200 or something for that ain't gonna last, bro. You don't want those type of problems in your life.
Not at all. Not at all. You don't want that.
A bunch of kids and people out there lighting up the White House switchboard, making it crash, troll. Like, yeah, you don't want that.
You don't want that. What you do want is us moving this around a little bit and
Yeah,
selling these products where you're
exactly.
gonna take the electronics and stuff off your
Absolutely.
little tariff scheme.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
you don't want that, man. Your life will be ruined over a video or over a game console. You don't want those problems with your life.
Yep. And what makes it crazy though, right?
What's that?
Sony kind of increased their price. Sony's like, you know what? PS5 prices essentially went up in the UK and Europe. Sony is like, oh yeah, we'll just raise our prices. We don't even care. we'll raise them up. So Sony has raised the price of the most of the PlayStation 5 console hardware in the UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand by 10 to 15%, blaming a challenging economic environment. With rising US import costs thanks to tariffs, likely the contributing factor in equivalent price rise in the US is probably on the way. They're shooting warning shots
Yep.
to Western Europe. Hey, America, this is going to happen to you. We're going to do it to UK, Europe, and Australia, your cousins. We're going to shoot your cousins first. Y'all
Yeah.
don't want these problems. Y'all don't want these problems.
Yep.
Because of
The,
one thing, what's up?
the fucker was even saying the story even before that. It makes it confusing. It's showing that consoles are actually not part of the tariff exemptions.
Oh, oh, that's
So,
even worse.
so let's see. Let's see.
Boy, 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 he better put the tariffs off them console exemptions because Americans will go
Yeah.
crazy when GTA 6 come out.
Right. He's gonna come around and change them. We'll
But
see.
it goes to show it's all confusing.
Yep.
It's one
It
thing one day, and
all
then
confusing.
another, and then it's
Because
not
Positive
he
is
this,
about him.
and then this.
put it like this. I don't necessarily think he's in his right mind all of the time.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't want no political smoke, but
That
you
is an
know,
understatement.
it's an understatement. Just
That is an
everything isn't
understatement.
always clear all of the time.
That's an understatement.
I'll put it like that.
Yes,
Yeah, and
yes.
this isn't
Clear
not
is not a strong point of this administration.
right. This isn't a political show, so not
This is
gonna-
interesting. This is very fascinating. So, if consoles are exempt, does that mean computers are because where do VR headsets fall in? Where do computers fall in?
they
Where
don't
do
know.
Steam decks and stuff like that fall in?
They don't know. They don't know.
These are old people that don't even use this, don't even know this stuff
They
exists.
don't even know what it is. They don't know. They have absolutely
Hmm.
no idea. And it's sad, right?
We're gonna end up being like Italy. You know what Italy does?
What's that?
Make all their luxury items in China and in Vietnam, and they box them over in Italy. Then
Mhm.
they sell them to the rest of the world. That way
Mhm.
they can say it's made in Italy.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be something like
Because
that.
we put legislation against that. We said, hey, it's going to be made in America. It has to be majority made in America. But that's going to change. They're going to change that too. What we have learned is we have a kangaroo court, and the president can do whatever the hell he wants to do.
That's already been codified.
Yeah, yeah,
Also,
yeah. So
that's crazy, but he don't know what he's doing. He's not lucid all of the time, or somebody's
it's
not lucid all the time. Just
and
like you
so
said,
so
how do you even distinguish between a computer and a game console?
I, how do you distinguish or a headset or a phone?
Right, right. How do you?
In the article is saying that they're classified as toys.
How do you again?
How you
How do you
classify a
distinguish between
toy?
that between
Yeah.
a computer and a game console, or a computer and an iPad, or iPad and a game console?
So you're telling me it's a toy because I said it's a toy?
So if you play games on a computer, is that not considered a toy then?
Exactly. Thank you, Randy. Thank you.
I can
That
get it on a
part.
game console, but I can't get it on a computer because one's considered a toy and one's not, even though they can do like the same thing.
Exactly, Randy.
That's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. How do you even codify that in language? And then you got game consoles. They can have educational games. Like it's you can't codify it in law
Yep.
because you
Exactly,
have
Randy.
you'll have like you'll have manufacturers trying to be like, oh, my computer's not it's not such and such, it's this, or my game console's not this, is this. Just reclassify it as a computer. Add
Mm-hmm.
one function to it and reclassify it as a computer and get around it.
Yep.
Add an educational game to it and be like, oh, it's needed for school. Add a
Exactly,
button
Randy.
to it. Like it's so many ways you can get around it. Like, yeah. And And lawyers would be out there salivating for this opportunity. Like, hey, how are we going to classify this game console as a computer now? And we get
Exactly.
educational breaks, or we get computer breaks or hardware breaks now because we classified it
Mm-hmm.
as a computer.
Mm-hmm.
We meet all the definitions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I get that saying it's got a specific specialized use, but now you can you can adjust the game console to meet those same requirements.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Yeah, it won't be difficult. That's what lawyers do. They got a whole department. Sony's got a whole department full of lawyers. Nintendo's got a
Mm-hmm.
whole
They got
department,
building. They got a building. They
whole
got building.
building full of lawyers.
Building lawyers.
Just for that reason.
Mm-hmm. I say the same
Oh,
thing.
we
It's
can get
gonna
a
be
tax
interesting.
break now because we're classified as a computer.
Yeah.
Thank you, administration. We can make the parts cheaper and sell it for the same price because we added such and such, or we took such and such away. Yeah. They got, like you said, they got a whole building full of people who got to justify their existence on this one project right here.
Right here. That's what they do. They don't do
Yep.
nothing else.
Yep.
What do
That's
you
it.
do? This one thing
Yep. We got our game console classified as a computer.
as a computer and got a tax incentive for it.
Got a tax incentive for it because now we can
We're
sell it in
Gucci.
schools. We can sell it to schools and schools can buy it because it's a computer
Yep.
now. It's a learning device.
All day. All day.
We can sell it to your local libraries. We can do all kinds of things for it right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, I don't think this is going to last, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, but we'll move forward.
Yeah.
One thing that's classified as a toy is this piranha plant camera that comes for the Switch too. I'm gonna ask Defunk in the chat because Defunk to answer this question with me. Defunk, are you going to buy this hoary piranha plant camera for the Nintendo Switch for $44?
It is
Cause
a.
I am. It got my money. It's gonna take my
It
money.
looks like Little Shop
Get
of
that
Horrors.
piranha plant
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
I just want the piranha plant camera
It
because
looks
it's
cool.
cool.
Yeah. It looks super cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I want it just on my computer. Put it right here. The piranha plant camera. What you doing? Putting on my piranha plant camera? You know? I want that. That's the device for the Switch too. So Hori was like, hey, we got something already for that. We got a piranha plant. So on the Switch 2, Randy, Nintendo said, "Hey, you know my Switch 2 better than the Switch 1? Is
What's
this
that?
one little button right here called the C button. And it's the C button for camera. And allows you to actually play games with your friends. Because
No.
Nintendo, the company that was against uh, online playing together, has given in, gave us a really good solution to playing together. So you can play your Switch while you're talking to your friends and see your friends. They could play their Switches. They could play different games. And now y'all can sit there and just talk together. Or y'all can play the same game together.
Dope.
I said they basically brought Discord onto the
All right.
Switch. And that's good. That's going to sell the Switch too. That one feature is going to sell the Switch too. They're
Dope.
like, yeah, we don't lose money on consoles. And not only that, we're going to charge an extra $150 on top of this thing.
Dope. I think it's amazing that Nintendo figured out like, nah, we don't lose money on consoles when Microsoft and
We don't lose
Sony
money on
has been
hardware.
losing money for decades.
Nintendo said they don't lose money on anything. That game you bought 10 years ago for $59.99, it's $69.99 this year. You're gonna pay $69. We went
Get,
up in price.
get all that
And
money
guess
on the
what? You're going to
table.
buy it.
Leave nothing on the table. I get it. I get it. Hey, you don't want to become one of the world's most valuable brands by leaving money on the table. Hey, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
The phone came in and said it's cheaper than an official Nintendo one, which I suspect is better quality. The Switch 2 will also support other third-party cameras, though you need to have a USB-C connector. Yeah, they do. You do. I'm pretty sure Hori's gonna have a USB-C connector. But the Funk, are you gonna have this camera though?
He said he's gonna get it. He said it
Uh-huh.
in the chat he's gonna get it.
Yep.
Am
Yep.
I gonna plug it in? Hell no. He said he's not gonna plug it in.
You're not gonna plug it in. It's so cool though. It's so cool. Look at it. I hope it opens up it goes live. It pops open. Randy, you gonna buy one?
Maybe. It
It's
looks
horrible
dope.
quality though. It's for 80p.
Yeah, it's
It's
not a,
it's,
I mean,
it's a
and
horrible camera.
it's only
Horrible
about you
camera.
said only $48.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
yeah.
buy it for only $48, you're
For
not
the
buying
Rona
it for
one?
the quality.
You're not. You buying it because it's a Piranha plant.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it looks dope.
It does look dope. It does look. It's a dope looking camera.
Yeah, have it for Discord and the social features. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna close out one more story.
All right. What's that?
Baseball star Shohei Ohtani is joining Fortnite. He's in
Everybody's
Fortnite.
everybody's in Fortnite.
I didn't know Shohei Ohtani was in Fortnite. I had no
I
idea.
didn't either, but like, I wonder how
When you
much.
shoot him, does money come out of him?
I wonder how much they had to pay to get pay.
The
Was it
Dodgers to get
Japanese?
him.
I'm saying the Japanese government to get him, because he doesn't. They don't have to go with the Dodgers. He don't have to go to the Dodgers to do an endorsement deal. I'm saying I wonder how much the Japanese government had to pay. Much they had to pay them to get him.
Cause he has the best contract
Oh yeah,
ever,
was it like half a
ever.
million or something like
Seven
that?
hundred million, 10 years.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a lot of it's not upfront money. He gets a
Mm.
big percentage on the back end because that's helped the
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers save money on it. Yeah.
Annual deferred payment of 68 million.
Jesus.
Yep.
So I wonder
And he
if it's
gets
being
interest on it,
deferred.
I think, too. So it's like a
Huh?
$1 million contract. He
That's
gets
what I'm saying. I
interest.
wonder, is it the interest or the taxes being deferred on it as well? Like
Mm-hmm.
they probably use some sort of 401k language to do.
So apparently, the Dodgers have already made their $700 million back
Easily. Yeah, easily.
just last year.
Yeah.
Between like winning the World Series, all
Right.
of his endorsements, everything, all his
The jersey
gear,
sales
the
easily.
jersey sales, all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. They've already made his $700 million contract
Right.
in
That's
just
so
1 year.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
he's
crazy.
huge, man. I mean,
Dodger Stadium is what, about
it's
40,000
All
huge.
he
people?
has to do is remain healthy.
Yeah, it was about 40,000 people at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah. They
It's
gave her the
more.
bobblehead.
It's 55.
Okay, so
They said
55,000, right?
Yeah.
So let's like you do 55,000 plus they play about 80 home games. Like you do
Yep.
that. You do that at the ticket prices of what? About $200 a ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Just that alone. Plus the TV rights,
Mm-hmm.
sales, all the hot dogs and all those things, the bobbleheads, all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they make the
Mm-hmm.
700 million back. That's why they
His
didn't buy him
batting
in.
average right now is 310.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing Gucci. Last year was 310. This year is
You said that's
295.
the average ticket price?
Mm. Yeah, his average ticket price is about what, $60? About 60.
I was thinking
50,
about 200.
No, it's not that bad. Dodger Stadium, you can get some cheap tickets for like $20.
But that again, that ain't the average though. Like that's the meat, that's the low. You paying for
Yeah.
some tickets like 800,
That's true.
900.
That is true. That's true. But he's not the only. You know what's so funny though, Randy? So you're right. So your average ticket price is probably about $100. When you go there, you spend about $100 easily.
Oh, easy.
The beers are like $20.
Right.
now.
Yeah. You spend 100.
Hot dogs are
Yeah.
like 12.
You spend 100 at the movie theaters with a family of three, right?
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
so yeah,
Mhm.
easily. Easily. Yeah. So you take
Mhm.
55,000
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're crushing it. They're
times,
crushing it.
well, let's be $120. We'll say 120 for ticket prices. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's like 6 million per game.
You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, you're doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, 6 million times 80. That's
Yep.
480 million just off ticket prices. That
Yep.
ain't you haven't bought a beer, some popcorn, some
Or merch.
snacks, or merch. And
Hmm.
that's not including TV rights.
That's not including TV rights. Yep. And bonuses that come in because you won the World Cup. I mean,
The
World
playoff
Series.
money that you get extra
The
from being in
extra
the World
for it.
Series, the extra
Hmm.
games. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they made 750 million back
And they did easily, easily.
easily. In a big market like LA,
Hmm.
the international rights and all that, yeah.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
naming rights to the stadium, everything. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they like, yeah. All that 700 million. And again, they got deferred. So, they ain't got to pay it. So, they putting that into interest bearing account and they ain't paying the taxes on it up front.
Hmm.
Man, yeah.
Hmm.
The game. The game is the game, son. Like my
Yep.
man.
Speaking of games, we have another athletic superstar in the video game.
Who's that?
Cristiano Ronaldo's playable in Fatal Fury because reality wasn't uncertain enough already. So you
Again,
hear it is you got this soccer player in a fighting game.
again. Another $500 million contract or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But when you're talking about, yeah, what this game is gonna do, yeah, it's all good.
Yep.
Is this Street Fighter that he's in?
Nah, it's in Fatal Fury.
Oh,
Fatal
Fatal Fury.
Fury.
Okay.
Fatal Fury. Yeah, he's in Fatal Fury. I was like, why would they put this man in Fatal Fury? But they did it. Yeah.
Because it's gonna
It is
sell.
nuts. It's gonna sell like crazy.
Yep. That's why.
Like Mark said, what the hell? But why?
It's
Because
good.
he is one of the most popular soccer players of all time.
Because it's gonna sell. I thought y'all snap jumped on me when I said why they do this, and y'all was like, because of money.
Cause of
Does
money. Cause
the
of
rule not
money.
apply now? That's
Yeah, the
all
rule
I'm saying.
the rule always applies.
The
That
money.
rule that
I
rule
saw
always
that.
applies. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually because of money. Oh, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. I'm about to get Fatal Fury because he's in it. I'm gonna pre-order just because he's in it. I'm on
See?
board with this. I am on board with this.
See? Yeah, because of
I
money.
want them to go back and get Michael Jordan while they're at it.
Oh,
So while odd on paper, his appearance in Fatal Fury City of Woods can likely be attributed to his popularity in Saudi Arabia, playing for the Al Nazar Football Club since 2023. And SNK is currently owned by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's nonprofit Misk Foundation. When your nonprofit owns a video game,
is it really a nonprofit?
he's like, I ain't gonna make no money on this game. This nonprofit's for all the stuff I like. I'm not gonna make any money on.
I don't know. When you own a video
Oh,
game man, and you're the
oh,
biggest soccer player in the world, is it really nonprofit? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And Cristiano Ronaldo's been through a lot of SA claims.
Oh man.
He's been through so many SA claims from Las Vegas 2009, where he paid a woman 400 grand to all kinds of damages and stuff. He's problematic, but they're like, F it. The prince won't see me in, he's in.
And it doesn't make sense. Like, why do you have a soccer player in a fighting game? But so what? Who
So what? So
cares?
what? So what? We
Somebody's
love
gonna
him.
get
We love him. We love it. Oh man.
it.
Uh thank you all for tuning in. We're going to end on that note. Just let you know if you're an athlete, now you can be inside. It's not Shaq Fu no more. You
Oh
can be in a
Lord.
real fighting
Y'all
game.
remember Shaq Fu?
Oh man, it was a great game. Great game.
Was it? Was it?
No. No. Had
But
Fu
I would
Snickens.
hey, but I went to the movies to go see Blue Chip, so I can't say much.
Oh wow. Oh wow. It happens, man. It was a rough time in the 90s,
Tough
man.
time, man. The
90s was
90s.
different.
You had
90s
to be there.
80s were wild. 90s
Yeah,
were different.
you had to be there, man.
You had to
Shout
be
outs to
there.
released a rap album, and I thought he was a. I went and got the pump up shoes. I was pumping up on the basketball court, man. It was dope. It was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm reading through this. I'm reading through these lawsuits against this man.
Oh,
He has so many technicalities in his lawsuits. Oh, this is wild. This is wild.
the
Oh
funk. We
man.
already knew it was a bad game, bro.
We knew. We knew. The victim filed a lawsuit against Ronaldo in Nevada in 2018, charging the athletics team with violating the previous confidential agreement. So he broke his own confidential agreement that he paid out with. Jesus.
And
Oh
Mark
man,
said Blue Chips
bad
was
faith
cool
conduct.
as long as it wasn't Steel. As the Superman fan in me, I went to go see Steel. I went to go see Steel. I was like, this is amazing.
Y'all see, that's why we can't trust his opinion on anything Superman. We cannot trust his
This
opinion
is
on
the
anything
original
Superman.
Superman. When I heard, I was like, yeah, I gotta go see it. To the Superman family.
Yeah. Um, with
Oh,
that being said, we're gonna come back for the Man of Steel, this new Superman review when it comes out. We're gonna have Randy front and center. It's gonna be like a
oh,
Hollywood roast. That's
I'm
what it's
going.
gonna
Hey,
be.
I'm going as Mr. Terrific. I've already decided I'm going as Mr. Terrific opening night.
Oh my God, gotta take pictures. I want you with the makeup and everything. I
Said,
want to
yeah,
see
I'm
it.
doing it all. I'm doing it all. I'm going as Mr. Terrific.
Okay, okay. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. Randy's gonna be Mr. Terrific at the Superman
Yes,
premiere.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's how big of a fan he is. Thank you all for tuning in to Geek Beast. To let y'all know, this is the first hour-long episode in a long, long, long time. We're back to an hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we're actually make audio podcasts. So this episode will be in your audio podcast tomorrow. And so you can go listen to it there. You should share it with your friends, like us. Plus, if you see our shorts come up in your YouTube channel, that's Rodney putting in a lot of good work, you
A lot of
guys.
good work.
Please like them, share them, comment on them. We're trying to get our increase our coverage because that's what we have to do to get more members in YouTube. Our Discord is coming soon. We'll get all of you all in Discord, and the Funk Nerdy Entrepreneur. We'll put y'all into the Patreon Discord because y'all been here for so long and support us so much.
And Mark
We
been out
want,
there. You got to throw Mark out there.
yeah, Mark.
You said Nerdy Entrepreneur and
I
Defunct.
said Mark and Nerdy Entrepreneur.
I thought you said Defunct.
And the Funk now, but the Funk's already in our Discord right now because he
Okay.
curates our stories for us.
Okay. All right.
Um,
I just
there's
got to
the
hold you
podcast
accountable.
link there on Apple Podcasts. Please grab if you got an Apple phone. If you don't have an Apple phone, you can still grab and listen to the podcast. I think Apple allows you to listen to their
Yeah,
podcast
you can
across
just go to the
everything.
podcast app.
Yep, podcast out. Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. We'll see you all on Wednesday where we'll have binge worthy with the show. Binge worthy, we're going over Daredevil.
Yep.
Yep, and you get to hear our reviews and hot takes on Daredevil. And we have an hour long of Geek Beast that starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time and 10
No,
p.m.
8.
East.
Geek Beast is 7. Okay, never mind. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's it.
Go ahead.
Boy, 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 boy.
I
Listen,
just have to
Chief.
hold you accountable. I don't want you out here delivering babies and
You're
stuff.
giving false information. You're confusing the viewers. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Geek Beast.
Yes, yes.
7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Bingeworthy comes on at 8 p.m.
My bad. My bad. I was
Yes.
wrong.
Pacific Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so be on the lookout for that as well. And that is also an audio podcast. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.